Hi, everyone. This is Tony.
This is Sean. Welcome back to another episode. How are things going?
Good.
I have
It's
a lot
getting
to
warm
talk
here.
about. Yeah, is it getting warm there? I did notice you had, well, let's see. I come back from the Midwest and it was like 85 and
Yeah.
humid, and then a major thunderstorm front came through just this week, and they had a huge
Yeah.
tornado hit a town to the west of where I lived and basically leveled the entire town. It was pretty scary. It's like five people died and
Oh,
31 injured. Pretty crazy
where was
stuff.
that?
That was in Greenfield, Iowa. If you Google
Iowa.
it, you can find out all the information. But Greenfield's all the way on the
Wow.
other side of the state because I lived on the Iowa-Illinois border, but there was still a bunch of severe weather, 100-mile-an-hour winds, 70-mile-an-hour gusts. So it was crazy. But and that's what happens after you have the warm weather like you're experiencing, right? So,
Mhm.
what's your temperature? Where are you at right now?
We were 85 yesterday. Today was a little. It was all raining this morning like crazy. It was a little cooler this today, but yesterday it was 85.
So cooler today, so that cold front came through and
Yeah.
kind of cooled you off. But yeah, summer's here. Summer's coming strong, that's for sure. I can say the
Mm-hmm.
same thing about out here. We've been in the 90s all week, and over the next 5 days or so, we'll be over 100. And I think 100 will be here to stay until probably September. So good
Lucky
times.
you.
So let's get
Keep it
started.
there.
Man, we got a lot to talk about. It's been a week. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But okay, well that's gosh, there we go. All right, so you know how everybody's got an opinion on how you should drink beer, right? How you should drink wine, how you should drink scotch or bourbon or beer. So there's yet another
Breathe.
article
Breathe.
about out there about yeah, yeah, what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. But there's another article out there, yet another one about how you should and should not drink beer. So I'll just hit this
Okay.
real quick because there's actually a couple decent tips in here. But the first one is a very snooty, like nobody cares. Nobody cares about this whatsoever. Drink your beer slowly and use all of your senses. Breaking news: sometimes people just drink beer to get fucking drunk.
Yeah. Pretty
it,
much.
that's what these articles are telling people, though. And then never store beer in the freezer, which I could agree
Well,
with
it
that.
freezes. Yeah.
Yeah, I would put glasses in the freezer, right, to get a nice
Hmm.
frosty mug. Never
Or
keep it
liquor.
out. Never keep it out of the sun. Oh, out in the
Wait.
sun. They had a.
Oh, I thought
They
you
had
said
a.
never keep it out of the sun. I was like, wait.
That's the web page says that. However, they had a typo. If you're having a
Oh,
barbecue, it's likely to bring a box of beer out in an ice tray. Don't do that. Okay. So yeah, they had a typo on their webpage, which just goes to prove on how quality this shit is. And it says match it with food just like wine. Breaking news. Everybody's getting another piece of breaking news. Everybody's got their brand and they typically stick right with it. Tell me I'm wrong.
that's true.
You find many people, if you were to put a percentage on it, how many people venture outside of that lane would
They really don't, except with the Bud Light thing this year.
mm-hmm.
A lot
That's a
of
good
Bud Light
example.
drinkers switched. A
What did
lot
they
of Bud Light.
switch to?
Some of them switched to Mick Ultra. Some of them switched to Coors Light. Yeah, I don't know.
We had a lot of people switch
Dumb.
to Mexican beer out here.
Hmm.
Modelo. Everybody switched to Modelo out here.
Yeah.
Went from Bud Light to Modelo. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, that's just some stupid tips. I really got to do. I got to filter content better. Sorry. So, but there's a so there's a great place in Liverpool, England, for all the times that we go there,
Mm.
that has one of the coolest drinks that I've ever seen, and I want to play it. We'll screen share here. I want to play it for everybody. Let me share that. There it is, and this is a fire and floating cocktail.
Okay.
So it's floating. So it has Johnny
Wait,
Blue.
wait, 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 is that like what is it floating on?
It's floating. It's
How is it
floating.
floating? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I know. That's something else I have, another egg. But yeah, hold on, let me go
Wait,
back
I
again.
don't understand how that's floating.
Right, it's a magic trick, right? Hold on. There it is. Boop, they pull it out and it
Yeah.
stays right. And then they pour the Johnny Blue in there. It has a few other.
How?
Yeah. How neat is that?
I wouldn't want to touch the glass. I would just want to sit there and stare at it.
Yeah. But pretty cool. They had a few other neat drinks, but that's over in Liverpool. Pretty cool little place. Um, let's see if I can get the name of it. I accidentally closed that link. Yeah, it's called The Alchemist, and it's Liverpool's theatrical bar. They have floating cocktails, fire, and intrigue. It's on Brunswick Street in the city center. So there you go.
Well,
And
we might have some listeners from over there. You never
well,
know.
there we go. So if you're in Liverpool, drop into the Alchemist and get some great food and drinks, some very unusual stuff. They also have something else there. It's actually made in a sugar glass. So you eat the glass in order to drink the drink, which is kind of a cool thing. It's called the Basil Smash. The levitating one, which that's the name of it. It has Johnny Walker Blue, Regal Rogue Wild Rose, Bold Red Vermouth,
Vermouth.
Akashi Plum Sake, and Muyu Vetiver. It's pretty boozy, they say, but it's pretty delicious too. So that's it.
Have you had plum sake?
I've had sake before, but I don't recall that I've had plum sake.
I've had plum sake. It was delicious. It's very
Very, very
sweet though.
good.
It's
Is
very
it?
sweet.
They say that this levitating drink is kind of boozy, but very tasty, and I guess the intrigue of having a floating glass, which you can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but kind of neat too. So quick tip: when I was loading these windows tonight, and I do my research on another computer, I do my research on my computer, and I come in to the office to record these episodes to another computer that we have, and and I I opened up the link to the story and got absolutely shit hammered with ads.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
a lot of people don't know about this, especially our older generation. They don't know about decent ad block software. We're not sponsored by these people. I'm just saying. I instantly installed this software and and then reloaded the page, and it between the two web pages, it blocked over 1,000 ads
What?
trying to load on the system between those two pages.
Oh my god.
1,000. But not only for that, but there's other things that's useful for too. And some web pages will get pissed off that you're running an ad block, but it's a necessity nowadays. And the ad
Yeah.
block is called uBlock. uBlock. And all you got to do is Google uBlock and then find your browser and then install it. It runs in the little tabby thing up here, and
Right.
it will give you a count, and it's greater than 1,000 right now. So that it's
Wow.
absolutely insane. But anyway, so what has let's see, what has 2.4 million arms and legs and comes from 100 different countries?
People.
That's right, 600,000 people who attended the Electric Daisy Carnival last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was here in Vegas, and it's a huge, huge deal. In fact,
We both got an itch at the same time.
it's a huge, huge deal because even people on that end of the town, and it's at the Las Vegas Speedway. They hold it on the Speedway grounds, which is in northeast Las Vegas. and all the businesses that are in and around there, I-15, all the businesses around 215 and I-15, you on Friday and Monday, you're off, remote work, and come in late to work on
Oh
Monday.
yeah.
There's that many people. The airport had 90-minute wait for Uber. You had
Oh
to
wow.
stand there for an hour and a half in order to get a ride to wherever you were going, even if you weren't with the EDC people. But I've watched some of the footage on YouTube. They had some YouTube live channels because there's like 4 or 5 stages inside, and there's all playing different music. And I mean, it's just 600,000 people. It's just a mass of humanity, and it's like 90, 95 degrees out here, and they're there for 3 days in the
Oof.
desert sun. Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. Can
So
you imagine?
so it's like Woodstock.
It's like Woodstock every single year.
Yeah.
600,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Every
And
single
what's
year
it
they
called?
have this. Electric Daisy Carnival, EDC, is what it's referred to as.
Electric Daisy.
Hmm.
Okay.
But it's absolutely insane. It's robot fart music.
Oh.
So yeah, it's all robot fart music, which I don't understand how anybody can tolerate that music. But I'm old, get off my lawn. It's just it's like the constant
Yeah,
beep
I would.
beep 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 beep.
I'm good for an hour of that. That's it.
Yeah,
After
yeah,
that, I
at
want
the
to go.
most. Yeah, and if you work in a bar, you have that internet jukebox undoubtedly. So
Yes, we do.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, at least you get a little bit of variety. This is just a constant
Hmm.
punch in the face for 3 days straight until 5:30 a.m. and then they kick
Yeah.
everybody out. And
$5.30. Wow.
once you get in, you can't leave.
Ooh.
So you're stuck.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
pretty
don't think I would like
crazy.
that.
Freaking hippies, man. Freaking hippies.
Those aren't hippies listening to that music.
We're today's version of hippies.
Yeah, okay. Today's
But
version.
you know what? I bet they didn't have a banana man, but I know somebody who did.
Ah, it was delicious. I wanted to tell you about it. Do you know where Hudson Taco is?
No, I don't think they were open when I was home, or I'm not
So
familiar.
it is in Newburgh, down
Okay,
by Billy Joe's, by where Front Street used to be.
got it.
It's up on River Road.
Okay.
I don't know what it used to be, but it's connected to a pizza place now. It's
There was
right
a
on
lot
River
of
Road.
expansion. Yeah, after I left, right on River Road, there was like a restaurant or cantina on a floating dock that changed hands
Yes,
a
that
couple
was
times.
Gully's.
Right, yeah, Gullies.
It
It
was
changed
Gully's.
hands, but and then down the road a little bit further, they actually constructed a whole row of buildings with a huge parking lot and
Yeah,
had
that's where they
nightclubs
put
and
Front
bars and stuff.
Street, which is now Billy Joe's Ribworks. But yeah, up on the main road, which is River Road, is where this
Okay,
place is. They have amazing tacos, by the way.
really?
They have fancy tacos. Like I
Yeah,
had a pork belly one, which was delicious,
pork belly's
delicious.
so good when it's done right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
And I had a Korean barbecue taco. Yum, so good.
Korean
But
barbecue.
this drink was called Banana Man, and it intrigued me when I read the ingredients. So it doesn't say what kind of bourbon, so I'm not sure what kind of bourbon it was, but it was
Mm.
bourbon and banana liqueur, just a little bit, and a splash of pineapple juice, and it said
Ooh.
vanilla and lime.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It was delicious.
I
Oh
could be
my
down with
god.
that. It sounds very
I would have had
refreshing.
6 of them, but I had to drive.
Hello, Uber.
Yeah, it's a long that would be a long drive for Uber. I'm like 40 minutes from there, so
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
that would have cost me something, and then I would have had to come back and get my car. So yeah, no. Nah, I
That's
just
crazy.
I just
Cool.
noted the ingredients so I could make it myself.
Nice. It sounds very refreshing, kind of like a good summer drink.
It was mostly
Yeah.
bourbon. It wasn't like there was just a splash of pineapple
What's
in
wrong with
it.
that?
Yeah, it was delicious. I'm telling you, it had to be the banana, that little bit of banana liqueur in it. Just I don't know, it made it really good.
Very cool.
It was yummy. I
Did
went
it
to
have
lunch with
any?
a Newburgh friend.
Oh, cool.
We were day
Anybody?
drinking.
Oh, once again, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So, did it have any ill effects on you at all?
No.
Nothing like
Only had
drinking
one.
an entire one of these?
No. You saved it. You saved it.
Just for the show, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just to give you an example, this is what an average cell phone is, and
Mhm.
this is the size of this damn container.
It's a
It's
gallon,
filled.
right?
Yeah, it's a full gallon, yeah.
It's a full
But it
gallon.
so the whole thing is it filled up to here with powder, right? And then they were nice enough to tape. You can see those, you still see the tape. They taped a little
Hmm.
lemon flavor packet right there. I mean, you're familiar with this. I'm
Hmm.
primarily talking to the viewers here. But then you're supposed to fill it up with water to here, and then drink this entire thing throughout the day. It's supposed to be like 8 ounce glasses, and you basically go through that the entire day. And
And
it
you
has.
survived.
I did, but I screwed up, and I'm here. Really, this is a public service announcement.
Uh-oh.
So for everybody out there, this is a public service announcement. Um, because the bottom line is, you should have a colonoscopy done. You should take care of your business in order to ensure that one of the most preventable things doesn't become an issue for you down the road as you age. And when you become a man of a certain age, and I think now it's 45, and even some women have it done too. I don't know if it's mandatory for women. Is it? Is it?
I think so.
Is it? All right.
I
So
think so.
if you become 45 years old, go get your colonoscopy. And if you get a clean bill of health from your colonoscopy, then you're good for 5 years, 10 years. If not, you got to go back in a few years, or you get your issues addressed before they become too much of a problem. So the mistake I made was I typically drink a lot of water in a day. I drink a gallon of water in a day, typically other liquids as well. So I'm not. I'm very accustomed to that. So it's just like, look, I'll just blow through this Gavolite bottle, this gallon of water, get it done really quick, basically turn myself into an airport windsock, get it done, and be ready for tomorrow. Horrible, horrible,
Okay.
horrible idea. So bad. So I essentially drank half the bottle right off the start of the morning,
Oh.
and then yeah, and then drank the second half of the bottle in the afternoon. And
Uh,
so the instructions say, if you want, you can help me out with this. The instructions say that you're supposed to like be level about it for the day. Like
right.
8 ounce glass, wait a little bit. 8 ounce glass, wait a little bit. 8 ounce glass.
Right. They don't want you to
Right.
down it all at once.
No, that's the mistake I made. So
You
it
didn't
had
read the directions.
no, I did, but I just discarded them, thinking I just need to get this over with. What's more effective, just being slow about things, or just charging hard through them? And turns
I
out
don't
being
know if
slow
that's
is the better
effective.
choice.
Yeah, I don't think
So
so.
yeah, so if you have to do this, take your time. As
Hmm.
painful as that may be, this is not exactly the best scenario or the best situation, but
Your camera's
take
shaking. Are
your
you having an earthquake? No, no.
time. Oh God! No, I had my hand on the table and I was moving.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I can see you shaking a little bit.
Thank you for letting me know. Ice, ice, baby. There we go. So yeah, and when that was finished, and of course I'll. Wow, man. Oh yeah, that's all I'm gonna say is wow. That stuff works, and it works really, really well.
It
I
gets rid
kind
of
of want to get.
everything.
I want to get some for parties.
Oh, God. That's why it's prescription only. You
That's how
know
it was
that.
crossing my mind. I bet I can find it
That's
on
why
Amazon.
it's prescription only.
I just want to get some and have a party and just I mean, just
Well,
like
I'll give you
chaos
a hint.
ensue.
You can buy over the counter something called citrate of magnesia, and
Oh,
it's the same
oh,
thing. It'll
oh
do the same
gosh.
thing. It tastes like lemon lime soda.
Oh yeah. Citrate of
It's
magnesium.
sparkly. It's
See, this is
sparkly laxative.
see listeners and viewers now. I guess this is why we do a podcast is so we can provide a service to you. So if you
Oh,
have a party, you can have this stuff that she's suggesting over here, and then I mean, let hilarity ensue.
oh
So,
God.
anyway, so we get through that, and basically don't eat food for like 24 hours, and then the next morning you have your procedure. So go to the doctor, the digestive center, whatever, and they call you back. They ask you about Captain Gaviolite and see how that went. And then they put you in your gown and roll you in, and they absolutely knock you out. The quickest I've ever been knocked out for a surgery. This kind of made me giggle in hindsight. I have an itch again. Made me giggle in hindsight. It's like I was in there, and they had the IV in, and they have the anesthesiologist. She's like, okay, it's gonna be time to go to sleep now, and I see her thumb do this, and I'm like,
Out.
oh, my face is getting hot. Boom, that's it. I
Yeah.
wake up in the recovery room. My face is
Yep.
getting hot. Boom, done.
I had my gallbladder out on that same thing. It's
Same
out.
thing happened to you.
Yeah. It's out.
Maybe we got to get
Instantly.
some of that for parties. What do you got for me?
That wouldn't be a fun party. Everybody'd be knocked out.
That's true. True. Uh,
Of course,
uh,
watching everybody wake up. Now that
yeah. Wait, what happened?
that might be worth it.
But after all was said and done, everything was great. The procedure, the worst part about it was what was the worst part about it was this, and
Yeah.
mostly because I didn't follow the instructions. So follow the instructions for this. The procedure was painless, was effortless. I mean, you're sleeping through it. You wake up. There's no ill effects. Nothing. So get your colonoscopies done, get it taken care of. It's an awkward, crappy subject, and nobody likes to do it. But get it done, get it taken care of. It's very well worth it. So
So, when you woke up, you were okay. You weren't like getting your wisdom teeth out, and the people on the laughing gas.
no, no, and actually it's funny because my wife was like, "I'm going to go back there and I'm going to take Snapchats. I'm going to send it to the kids, and we're going to have a laugh at your expense." But the nurse did say I woke up really well, but I had no effects like that whatsoever. It was just like I was sleeping and I woke up. I wasn't
Oh
like
wow,
high or I didn't
that's
have that drunk feeling. I
that's
tell
good.
I love those videos. I love the videos of people coming out of
Yeah,
wisdom teeth surgery. Those are hysterical.
yeah, they are.
But yeah, I was not a victim of that. Nor are there any videos of me going around talking about funny things. So yeah, pretty cool.
Well, that's
Right?
good.
Yeah, it was good, and like I said, it's well worth it. Get it taken care of, get it done. If you have any hesitations or doubts, shoot us an email at talesofasmalltownbartender@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you about any more of the details regarding how bad the Gaviolite was and how wonderful the procedure was.
What flavor did they give you?
talesofasmalltownbartender@gmail.com. Lemon lime.
No, yeah, well, I don't like lemon
Lemon
lime.
lime. Yeah, I mean it's not the greatest, but Gaviolite isn't the greatest either by itself. But
Mm,
so I mean it's better than drinking it straight, I guess. But
yeah.
so
So guess
I
what we talked about at the bar the other night?
what
You would never guess. You would never guess. I'll just have to tell you.
did
We were
Complex math
literally,
theorems. No.
yes, how'd you know? No.
Oh,
We were literally
tell
talking
me.
about old TV shows like Gilligan's Island and Brady Bunch and Three's Company. I just mentioned that earlier, Three's Company. All the old TV shows we were talking about and how we used to be the channel changer. You know,
Yeah,
we
you would
had to
have to get
change the
up. You
channel.
were the two-legged remote. You have to go
Yeah,
up and change
because
it
there
to one
wasn't a
of the
remote.
other, yeah, the other two channels, and nobody watched UHF, ultra high frequency. There was that one
That's
channel
right.
that had like 90
Yes.
channels on it, and they never had anything on any of them on
Nope.
rare occasion. But for us in New York, it was 2, 4, and 7. Yeah,
7.
ABC
Yep.
7. Yeah, 2 was CBS, 4 was NBC, and 7 was ABC. And that was it.
Yep.
And then WWR was 9, if I
9, and
remember
then we got
right.
11. We got 11 after a
WPIX.
while too. PIX. Yep.
WPIX, yep. But yeah, it was basically 3 channels and 4 channels and 5 channels, and everything was there. And now I can go into my smart TV in my living room and not subscribe to any services and get 10,000 channels of nothing but shit.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
But
As long as your
what
internet's
were,
working.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing too. So what were they saying about the
Yeah.
old TV shows? Like just a remote thing, or was there
Oh no, we
nostalgia
were talking
about
about the
it? Or
shows. Yeah, the
love the
nostalgia.
shows.
Yeah, and who's what was the favorite shows of everybody, and I used to like the Brady Bunch. I love the
The
Brady
Brady
Bunch.
Bunch is great. I think I've seen every episode of that. I'm with you on that one.
I
That
think
was
I have
great.
too.
The
Yeah.
biggest scandal, and I'm not, well, I mean, there's a bigger scandal, but the in show scandal was Sam and Alice, right? Sam the Butcher
Yeah.
and Alice. And then the biggest out of the show scandal was, of course, Greg and Mrs. Brady. I forget her
Yeah.
name, but Greg and Mrs. Brady were apparently hooking
Yeah.
up. I heard there's a little bit more of that too with other characters on the show later on, and somebody wrote an expose or something. But pretty crazy
Yeah.
times, man. But what a great show, though. And
Yeah. I loved it.
my yeah, the Bradys lived in the postmodern kind of style house, and with Mike being the architect, it kind of fit. And now that style of house is so in demand and so expensive, millions of dollars for a
Mm.
good one. I mean, it's just incredible. But
Hmm.
yeah, they
And
transcended
there was
time,
no
so to
toilet
speak.
in the kids' bathroom.
I don't think there
Just
was a
for the
toilet
show,
in the
there was no
house, was
toilet.
there? There was like a door.
I don't think so. I think that
Well,
was the only bathroom they showed.
oh, and it
No,
was
that
the
was
first TV show where the husband and wife slept in the same bed.
yes, I remember that. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I just remembered that. So,
Yep.
yeah, very good TV show. And you have that block of TV shows from that era, like MASH. MASH was huge. Used to love
Mhm.
MASH. All in the Family. All in the Family was
Mhm.
great. Of course, Brady Bunch, and then you get into, oh yeah, Sanford and Son. That was another great one. But then you go fast forward a little bit and you start to get in, and Brady Bunch really qualifies in our childhood, and then start talking
Mhm.
about shows like Silver Spoons and
Mhm. We
Alf
talked about
and
that too.
What's Happening
Yep.
and the Jeffersons, and yeah, it
Facts of
just
Life. Remember the
the
Facts of
facts. Oh
Life?
my God, the Facts of Life. Yes, I love Facts of Life. That was another great
Yep.
one.
What's that other one?
Uh,
Oh, I can't think of the name of that one. Valerie Bertinelli was in it. I can't think of the name of it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I did not watch that, but I do know what you're talking about. Oh, what was the
Um,
one with Michael J. Fox? Family Ties.
Family Ties. Yep.
Family Ties was one. That was a good one.
And then there was the one with Kirk Cameron. Um,
Kirk Cameron. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh gosh,
think of that one. I can't think of that
Kirk
one.
Cameron. I could picture the damn shows in my head, but I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, me too. I can't remember the name of it though. I
Oh
don't
my God,
remember.
you're gonna make me shake the table.
You're gonna look it up, aren't you?
You gotta have to. I have to. Growing pains.
Growing pains. Yes, that was it.
Growing pains. Yeah.
Yep. One day at a time.
Yeah. Okay.
That was it. One day at
All
a
right.
time.
So yeah. All right. So one day at a time, and growing pains. Let's see. And you know what? The Bill Cosby show wasn't bad either. I mean,
Nope, that was a good show.
that it was a good show. That had an unfortunate end, but French Prince, French
French,
Fresh
Fresh Prince.
Prince. God dang, what a tongue twister. French French.
You're
Yeah, that
thinking
guy.
about coffee, French press, which I
French
bought one,
press.
by the way.
Did
I bought
you?
a French press.
Happy. How was it?
And I also bought one that does cold brew, French press cold brew.
Oh yeah?
That's amazing. That's amazing. I make my iced
Isn't
coffee
it
with that now.
so good? All right, so
Hmm.
hold on. All right, we're gonna have a little
I
on
haven't
air.
ordered coffee beans yet. I still have to
No.
buy a coffee grinder.
Okay, which is fine. But hold on. You said something that made my cackles on my neck stand up. You said iced coffee, but if you're making cold brew, those are two different things. You tracking that?
Okay, well, I make the cold brew and I pour it over ice to make iced coffee.
Yeah. Okay. So you're making. All right. All right. So you're just using the terms interchangeably. Okay. Because I'll tell you what, if you have iced coffee, like true iced coffee, like I went to a farmer's market once. I'm like, oh, iced coffee. I didn't know. And
Yeah,
awful. Because they made hot coffee and they just poured it over ice, and they're just like, oh yeah, great. Here's your cold brew. That's
that
not
kind of
cold
waters
brew.
it down. Yeah, that waters it down.
The biggest thing, and that is absolutely true, and another huge thing is that the acidity of it just completely goes through the roof, just spikes. So it's like drinking a cup of crappy acid. It doesn't even taste like coffee anymore. But
That's
with
how I
cold
get it
brew,
from Dunkin' sometimes.
oh my god!
And that's why I'm like, this tastes burnt. It tastes like it's burnt
Yes,
coffee. I don't know.
thank you, and especially when you compare it to actual cold brew that's always cold and never is hot, sits overnight,
Right.
press, pour over ice,
Yep.
smooth, mellow, flavorful, extracts all the flavor from the bean. It's so
It's
good.
great. Love
It's
it.
like night and day difference between iced coffee and cold brew. I'm glad you did
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm so glad you did that. I'm so glad you enjoy that. That's awesome. Welcome
So
to
next,
the other side.
yeah, next on my list is a coffee grinder, so I can buy the beans and grind it myself.
And you will have to
Yeah.
let me know when you get a grinder because I will send you some beans as a gift from somewhere special.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And your life will
Nothing that's
never
coming
be
out of
the
no
same
monkey's
again.
butts.
No, no, no,
Nothing
no,
that's
no,
coming
no.
out of monkey's butts.
All
I
right, I
don't want to
guess
try
not.
that one.
I guess not. No, it's a place I've been buying coffee from in Alaska for 25 years now. A friend of mine and I have both been. He turned me on to them many years ago, and
Man, I wish I
continually buy
knew.
from them.
My son just got back from Alaska today.
Yep,
He
it's
said
up
that
in the
he wanted to bring
Fairbanks
me some
area.
coffee.
Once
Yeah,
again, not a sponsor of the show, but the Alaska Roasting Company in Fairbanks. So
I'm writing
wonderful
that down.
place. Yeah, I will order you some beans from the Alaska Roasting Company and send them your way. Once you get a grinder, let me know.
Fairbanks. Okay.
It will change your life. And I'll
I'm
warn
right.
you, you've gotten the French press now. You've got the cold brew. There's no going back. You can't go
Yeah, I
back.
know.
Now
I
you
already
know
know
what
that.
good is. Oh, you get spoiled.
I already know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get spoiled. You get
I already
spoiled.
told my daughter I'm bringing them on vacation when we go because she's coming on vacation with us. I said I'm bringing these when we go on vacation.
I
She
used to
said
bring them
they
when I was
probably have a
camping.
Keurig. I said, yeah, I'm bringing it. Yeah, Camping, I could use it camping too.
Yep, absolutely. I used to bring it camping with me all the time. It was great. Pro tip: pre-measure your grounds and stick them in plastic bags, and you could put them day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, or
Oh,
in
good
my
idea.
case, day 1 morning, day 1 night, day 2 morning,
Yeah.
day 2 night, day 3.
I don't drink coffee at night. It'll keep me up. I have a hard enough time falling asleep at night. I can't drink it after 7 o'clock
Yeah,
at night.
you're up till 2, 3 a.m. anyway every day. So I mean,
But
yeah.
then I have to take a gummy to go to sleep.
Oh, twist my arm. Twist my arm.
Yeah, I get home and I'm like wide awake because I was working all night.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So cool. I understand you have a drunk or a kid.
I do. You ready?
Clicky
Nice
clicky.
face. Clicky clicky. Okay.
Go ahead.
Went up to an old guy who looked like Santa Claus and pulled on his beard. Drunk or a kid?
All right. So this is obviously could be a kid. If you think about like I'm thinking about department stores or mall store Santas, mall Santas, where you have the line of kids that go up and sit on the lap and then all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
antics happening from voiding their bowels and bladders onto his leg to different shenanigans about having teenagers piled up on his lap for a family photo.
You
So I
should
want to
see
say
a family photo of me on Santa, and that Santa looks evil as all hell. Like,
I will say this. That actually is kind of amazing because there's some great meme photos out there of like evil Easter bunnies and
mm-hmm.
Santa Clauses that have just given up on life. Just
Oh,
oh
that's the one that
god,
I'm on the lap of. No. I was
you're the
like, oh my
greatest, man.
god, what did you do to me? You made me sit on that person's lap. Holy crap! I would never let my child sit on that person's lap.
You get a lot. You get a lot of those back from when we were kids. With the bad costumes and just the horrible
Mm-hmm.
makeup and stuff like that. It's like a horror movie. It's like
Yeah,
an episode of Saw or something. I don't know, but all right. So
I
anyway,
gotta
back
find
to
that
the
picture.
thing. Back to the question at hand. So I want to say it's most obviously a kid, just because of the contact ratio. But I'm gonna go with drunk. I'm gonna go with drunk just
Go
because I
with
think they're
drunk.
trying to be sneaky. Yeah.
You are correct. She
Woohoo!
was a drunk adult. She said, I
Yeah.
thought his beard was fake. I asked if he was the real Santa. He said, lady, you need Jesus and to sober up.
Oh, we need
She thought
Santa.
his beard was fake. She walked up and pulled on it and said, are you the real Santa Claus?
You need Jesus.
And to sober up.
That's amazing. Great. That's a good one.
Yeah. So everybody can see that's watching your name across the bottom there. So you might want to explain that.
Oh, Cheyenne. So today I went and
Yes.
got a nice little haircut here, as you can see.
Hmm.
Um, and it's one of those places where you put your name in, and I did mine on an app on my phone, and then take the drive to the place so I don't have to wait in line. And get in there. My name's up on the board, and I sit down, and the woman comes over, looks up at the board, and calls Cheyenne, Cheyenne. I'm like, I'm Sean. Yeah, you. Come on.
Oh my god.
So that's the story behind
That's
Cheyenne.
so funny.
I've lived a long life, Tony. I've lived a long life, and I've never once been called Cheyenne. I've gotten seen. I've even gotten a
Scene.
Cian, but I've never gotten a
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. Yeah, Cheyenne. I've never gotten a Cheyenne though. So that's why I'm Cheyenne,
Cheyenne.
the king of haircuts. Yeah, and here we are.
Okay. And she's the one that cut
So
your hair?
okay, yeah, she's the one that cut my hair. She wasn't angry at me. I mean, it was kind of a harmless interaction, but yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Cheyenne and her got along just swimmingly. So we have a few states left in a random state generator. And
Yes.
I think this might be the last time I pick a random state. We're going to have to go through and find out which states we haven't
What we
missed.
haven't. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're starting to get
We're on
duplicates
32
and
now.
stuff. And 32, so we got
This will be
18 left.
32.
Okay. All right. This will be 32. I don't know. Let's see.
Yes, this will be 32.
All right. So then I'll go through and we can get a list, and then I'll go through the pick a random state generator and see what order they come up in, and try not to cheat. So of course I'm not. Anyway, all right, pick a random state, and it's Ohio. Yeah, I think we did Ohio.
No, I don't see it on here.
We haven't done Ohio. Oh my god,
No, we haven't done Ohio.
crazy. Okay, let's do Ohio then. Have you been?
No.
Haven't been. Okay, been through. Trying to think if I've ever been there for more than just driving through. I don't think I have, but I've driven through the state a number of times. I think my longest stay was in a Walmart parking lot during a blizzard.
Oh.
And we had to change, a friend of mine and I had to change an alternator out of his truck because we were driving to a shooting competition at Camp Perry.
Shooting
And
as in guns?
yeah, that's a
Shooting guns?
pistol. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then a
Nice.
shooting competition going at Camp Perry, and we drove there into the blizzard, and then his alternator went out in Ohio. So we went to a Walmart, got a new alternator, put it in the snow. It was incredible. But as far as the state itself is concerned, it's pretty. I mean, it's got a bunch of towns that have bad raps, whether or not it's deserved or not, like Cincinnati and Cleveland, and even Dayton isn't the greatest. But
Mm,
I really don't know too awful much about the town, which means or the city or the state. Take three,
me
the
neither.
state, but
Yeah.
which which means that Ohio has done a poor job of advertising itself. So
Yeah, right? At least to the New York people.
yeah. So I mean, I've driven through it probably a dozen times on I-80, but other than that, was another bump in the
Let's
road.
see.
I'll probably. What do you got? You looking up
Cincinnati
Ohio facts?
chili. I'm looking up
Oh, the
anything that
food?
Ohio is known for.
Oh,
Cincinnati chili.
never heard of it before.
Cleveland style pizza. What is that? Cleveland style. Is that like a pan
Never
pizza,
heard of
maybe?
it.
I don't know.
Pittsburgh is
um,
supposed to like have a pizza too, but I don't know too much about that either. Uh
fried lake perch. Fried
oh.
lake perch.
I tell you what, I am not eating jack shit at that lake. Period.
Right?
Sorry. I, I'm not a huge fish guy to begin with, but that sounds about as least attractive as it gets.
Yeah, there's not much about it on coming up on here, but I want to talk a little about your shooting competition.
Yeah, sure, sure.
What'd you do? How'd you do? Did you do good?
So it
My
wasn't
husband used to
me.
take me to turkey shoots because I shoot better than him. So
I've done that a few times, but this one wasn't for me. This was for my son and his
okay.
girlfriend, who is now his wife.
Mhm.
Probably what 15 years later. But he and her were the number one and number two in the state for shooting for Iowa.
Oh,
So they
nice,
represented Iowa with the team that they were on toward the Camp Perry shooting competition for nationals.
nice.
So, and they did extremely well. They finished, I think, in the top 10 or top five. I don't remember which. Top 10 or top five, but it was a lot of fun. Uh, most notably, I ate the 50 chicken McNugget challenge against the entire shooting team. There, there is video
And you
proof, and
won?
I'm,
No.
there is. I did, but it was by just like two nuggets. It was so close. There is video
Wow.
proof out there, but I'm not going to tell you where. Maybe I'll send it to you offline. But
So I told
it
the
was
story
pretty
at the bar
funny.
the other night
Yes.
about um one of my first dates with my husband, my now husband, he decided he was going to take me to an apple orchard and we were going to do target practice. Right.
Nice,
So he
nice.
has a shot. He brings a rifle with him. It's
Hmm.
a rifle and a shotgun. It's an over under. Do you know what that is?
Yes,
The
I
over
know what
under.
that is.
Okay.
Great
So
for
we're
hunting.
using the rifle part, and he puts some quarters in the tree, like in the bark of the tree,
Hmm.
and he's shooting at him and he's missing, and I was laughing at him, and he's like, "You want to try it?" So I was like, "Sure." So he hands me the gun. Like I've never, he didn't never ask me if I ever shot a gun before. Never asked me. So first try, I hit one. It goes flying up in the air. We couldn't find it. So he's like,
Oh
"No
man,
way." So
how is that
second
possible?
try, second try, I hit another one. We found that one. Had a little hole in it.
No way. You're a
He's like,
natural.
he got so mad. I said, "You never asked me if I shot a gun before." I said, "My stepdad takes me target practicing all the time. He does sport and clays. He's got trophies. He's got a whole room full of trophies."
The guy
He's
I
like,
was
"I guess I should have asked you."
yeah, I guess that's awesome. That's the same story with my wife. Is I was in the Marines, so obviously we do a lot of shooting. But I took my wife. I think we were just dating at the time to a local pistol range, and we went in the back. And she had really never had a lot of experience with firearms, but we went into the back and we're shooting a paper like I think 25 yards, and I did my target, and then she did her target, and the targets come up to you, and her target
Mm-hmm.
has like 12 shots in the groin in a group like that big. I'm like, you
Ooh.
have got issues. Talk about somebody that needs Jesus. That's a person that needs Jesus right there. Good Lord.
Was she aiming for the groin?
I have no idea. I don't think I ever asked her. She's just like, hey, hit it, right?
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah, you definitely hit
ooh,
it.
you better be careful.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
funny.
we're getting a little long. I got so many more stories, but we could call it for. We could talk more about shooting in another one, more about firearm
Yeah,
fun and hunting and stuff in another episode for sure. So
sure.
stay tuned for that. Oh yeah, I didn't
I'll
do
have to.
weird alcohol laws of Ohio, and we never said. I'm definitely choosing New York on Ohio over Ohio, I should say.
I think the ghost just made an appearance. Something just made a weird
No, did
noise
it?
behind me.
I think I
That's
heard
why I
it too.
turned
I
around
heard
like,
it.
what the hell was that?
I think I heard that too. I did hear that. Play it back when after we're done, and
Yeah,
you'll hear it. It was like a snapping sound.
yeah.
Duh,
I
duh,
don't see nothing
duh.
though.
Welcome,
I don't see
ghost.
nothing.
Your wall fluttered behind you too, so that could be
Yeah,
it. Woo! So in
maybe my cat
Ohio,
walked by.
in the state of Ohio, law prohibits giving alcohol to a fish to the point of intoxication.
What?
Be forewarned.
Somebody
Be
actually did
forewarned.
that?
So
Oh my god.
initially, my knee-jerk reaction to this is that somebody filled a, a a fish tank with beer and then threw a fish in it to see if they can get the fish drunk. So and then killed it, and then somebody
That
told.
poor
And
fish.
that's what I'm just assuming that'd
I
be the
would
most
assume that
common.
too.
All
Yeah.
right, the wine called the Fat Bastard, that's in quotes, Fat Bastard, is
Hmm.
widely available in the U.S. However, Ohio has banned its sale. How do you say that and not tell us why?
The wine, fat bastard.
Yeah,
Maybe it's like super strong.
yeah, I don't know.
Let's
Why
see.
does it not tell us? Yeah, we can't look at this
Right?
beforehand. Yeah, because it's all improv.
Yeah.
Fat Bastard banned. Let's Google
It
that.
was made in 1998.
Hmm.
Hmm. I don't know.
I keep getting Austin Powers references. The banned Dirty
Maybe
Bastard
it's
because of profanity on the label.
bastard. It says bastard
Yeah,
on the label. It's got
yeah.
um, a
Is
hippo
a
on the label.
the name is a bilingual pun alluding
Can you?
to the buttery taste of the Chardonnay. What? Oh, well, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I
It's
was
got
off
a
in another
hippo.
tab.
Lay fat bastard.
Lay fat bastard. All right. Well, there you go. All right. So we got shooting stories. I want to make sure I get this down because I'm going to forget. All right. Sorry. Anyway, so if you have any fat bastard stories or drinking stories or anything, if you're a bartender and want to talk, shoot us an email at talesofasmalltownbartender@gmail.com. We have a website, talesofasmalltownbartender.com. And then we have my favorite website, a way you could put some gas in the show's tank, and we all need it these days, especially Tony, who puts a lot of her time, effort, and money into this show. If you want to give her a tip, shoot over to buy me a cup or buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/toastb. Tales of a Small Town Bartender, TOASTB. Buymeacoffee.com/toastb. And then our YouTube channel at Toast Bartender. If you didn't just find this video there, you can go over there. We have all of our episodes up over there, thanks to Tony's hard work. And I think we get a quote and we're out of here unless you got something else.
No, I'm good.
So Benjamin Franklin once said, beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
Oh,
Yay,
that's the best
Ben.
quote ever. That's the best quote ever.
Beer is proof. Thanks, Ben Franklin. You're the greatest. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We look forward to talking to you next week. I'm Sean.
Tony, be good to each other.